my niggas stay up and fold. Just bless the hands in the mouths like God is grown. See the time is close, open ways are dormant. Forget the doubt, love the women in here cause they gave us clout. Freedom over power, so tell me what your thought juice is. Cause I bring the bottles and the truth is I'ma lay it out for all the fools here. I make it clear, 100 proof pit, ayy. Princess E money, time to cash out. No commando for the shorties, hard clips out. Do a little dance, shake a little ass. I'm just tryna ask, what's your thought juice? Dun dun dun.
What is up, everybody? Yes, I did write that verse and I made that beat. Yeah. Yes. What is up, everybody? It's your girl / boy, Iman, Loren, like Polo Black Honey Buns, bitch. Woo! That just invigorated me. And we are here for another episode of the Real Hoodwives of Chicago, a real show with hot sauce stories. Thank you to all my fellow Hoodwives for logging in on this gloomy yet sexy yet Libra-ass Thursday. We're transitioning to Scorpio season. So, you know, I'm like tiptoeing in my Jordans, right? And I'm just like approaching. But I haven't been on set in a long ass time. I missed my sequent thing. I missed y'all. Thank you so much to Chicago for Real. Please make sure that y'all also support and follow all of the content creators and all of the producers at Chicago for Real on Twitch. I love my beautiful team. Thank you to all my fellow Hoodwives. Thank you to my Instagram Hoodwives. And thank you to our wonderful, beautiful guest today. We have an amazing guest. A long time coming. I posted a throwback picture because you were here. Yeah. You were here for season 3, episode 1 with Kari. You helped me set up with Demi and all that. So as we're approaching like a season finale-ish, it just makes sense. Right. Yes. So please give it all the way up for the multi-talented, multi-instrumentalist David Blair II, also known as Nova Chicago. Make some noise, David Blair. Make some noise, David Blair.
How y'all doing?
I love how you talk to them.
I appreciate it. Yeah, no, it's I'm connected already. I feel like it's a good day.
It's a good day for you?
Yeah. I mean, it's it had its ups and downs.
Yeah.
I've been at like the car dealership all day dealing with shit, but other than that, I mean, it's been cool.
Yeah.
I got a show today. I'm in good spirits.
Ooh.
So it's
I mean, you got a car. I took the bus today. I took the bus today, and it was clanky. It was smutty. It was smutty but calm. So at least you got a car. Did everything work out with your car?
Yeah, for the most part.
Okay.
Other than spending more money than I wanted to.
Yeah,
but
I feel you.
It comes with the territory, I guess.
You should just be a sugar baby.
Right? No,
you look like chocolate. They'll love you.
Listen,
find like a white woman named Bethy Ann. Actually, don't do that.
Bethy Ann.
Don't do that.
Listen, I would love to be a sugar baby.
I mean, just don't be a gigolo. You know what I'm saying? We love sex workers. Sex workers unite, but I have feelings about black men giving like gigoloing themselves for success.
Yeah, for real.
To particular, just to white women. But if she just like wants to admire you, then let Bethy Ann pay for your car services, right?
Right.
So if there is a Bethy Ann, David's available for you.
I'm out here.
Yes. So why don't you? I said your name like 1,000 times. So why don't you tell us who you are, what you do, what you are? I'm so excited to fucking be on set.
Oh yeah. I'm David Blair II.
Yes.
I'm a musician, a singer and songwriter, and I just want to make timeless music. I really want to connect with people, and I really want to just kind of give vibes, give positive energy. And I think the easiest way for me to express myself is through music. And so it's kind of what I've chosen to do with my life and my time and my energy. So
when you say make music, what specifically do you do in music? I know what you do, but why don't you give them the list? Go on, give them the list. Give them the list. You want me to get a list?
No.
Okay, give them the list.
Please.
Talk your shit.
Okay, all right. So I started off playing drums.
That was the first thing you started playing.
Well, I actually started off in piano lessons first, but I hated it.
You
like,
had piano lessons?
Hell yeah. It was very like ghetto. It was like very like somebody that I knew. Like it
started from YouTube?
No, YouTube. We're gonna talk about that because YouTube, listen, that's where you learn your shit. I go to YouTube University, letting y'all niggas know. Anyway, yeah, I started with drums in church actually.
Okay.
And I've always loved music. I've always like heard music in my head. And so from there I knew I could sing for a while, but I was too afraid, I guess. And it really took me a good amount of time to come out of my shell. But piano, guitar.
When did guitar come into play?
You know, it's funny. Okay, so in 8th grade, I was playing drums for this like school, like it was like guitar club or something like that, right?
I took guitar in high school.
Yeah, it's funny because I didn't want to.
Yeah.
Hell no. Like I didn't like guitar was cool, but I was like drums like all day. So
drummers get the girls, man. So they say.
So they say. I wouldn't know. No, but I was in this like guitar club and I was playing drums for them and they were like, "You're gonna have to learn guitar if you're here every day."
Yeah.
And like I'm like, well damn,
Heard
like yeah, so I kind of I took it on at that point. I learned like 2 songs, literally the bare minimum to get them off of my back. And then I don't know, like years later, as I started writing and as I started like singing more and being more confident, guitar was something that I could come back to kind of help that process, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you're hella talented. You know,
Thank you.
I mean, you know this. Everybody know this. Like Instagram, you know, they love you so much. The Hoodwives are gonna love you very much. But you're very talented. I'm just in awe of people like myself, you know.
Like yourself. Talk your shit. Come on. Hell yeah.
Well, it's like when you see them do their thing, it's like, damn, that's just natural for you. And I think it's very ironic that these are like, you know, trained skills, like skills that you learn, skills that you've taken on, but you're like, you know, you've mastered them, which kind of tells me that this was like kind of a godsend for you.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, I think it's definitely like skills and talent and like hard work that goes behind it, but it is also a gift, and I don't try to take it for granted because like, you know, it's anybody could develop a skill to do something, but when I think when it's already inside of you, I think you have a different responsibility.
Makes the love into it. Makes the want for it.
Yeah. Because I think at that point, like if it's given to you, then you have to use it. Like
the saddest thing in life is wasting talent.
Yes.
That's what Robert De Niro said to Colosimo in A Bronx Tale. He said the saddest thing in life is wasting talent, and that's some real shit. That's what I'm trying to tell myself in music too. I'm gonna be releasing music, but I mean, shout out to Jarrell. Shout out to like one of the producers here at Chicago for Real. You read that word? I'm like, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I think that's like one of my biggest flexes. Like when people come in here, they be like, "Oh, you got a theme song?"
Definitely.
I'm like, yeah. How have you been amidst the pandemic? I mean, I feel like you've been pretty busy. Anytime I look up, you got a show. you got like 15,000 bands that you play in, but y'all all the same band, I think.
I guess you could say that. It's been cool. I think especially in the past few months, things have been picking up. I've been doing a lot more shows. So I play in the band, the Spanx, which is kind of just like a collective of individuals. So everybody has their own individual projects, and so like we will usually be playing at each other's sets. Like I got 2 members of the Spanx playing for me tonight.
And you just did a set. When was that? Last night at Shuba's, or was that Tuesdays? With Michael Damani. Make sure that y'all follow Michael Damani. Make sure that y'all follow the Spanx. Give all your love and support, and also make sure that you follow David. Before we get into the business, this is a segment called "What's Your Thought Juice?" And what's your thought juice?
So I am drinking on some mezcal.
Yes.
Yes. Beautiful, smoky, robust. If you
It's smoky as hell. Yeah,
you're funny.
I like to choke the chicken.
Hey.
Or let me see, what's something with mezcal? Mercenate the mezcal. Wait, what's it called?
You could have just said masturbate the mezcal. Low hanging fruit?
Very much so. It's giving no bite. So we have mezcal. I actually went to the liquor store and they just got this in stock today. So you are one lucky glorious bastard.
No, I appreciate that.
Of course. And then
really good.
And then you're having it with ginger beer.
Ginger beer, yeah.
It's actually really good.
I like the mix. You can make a little cocktail with like a little lime.
Splash of lime.
And like some honey.
Some cayenne.
Yeah. Oh, a little spicy, smoky shit. Okay. Yeah,
I mean, y'all know me. I love my Hennessy and ginger beer, but I don't think the last time I had Hennessy, it was a while ago. But now I'm on to like French 75s. Like if they can't make it, you know what I'm saying? Just give some champagne with a splash of cognac. You know what I'm saying? You can't say Hennessy because it's ghetto.
Which is funny because it's like it's not.
I mean, Hennessy is ghetto.
No,
it's ghetto. It's ghetto. It's ghetto because like everybody drink it like Amsterdam.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like good Hennessy, like real good Hennessy that's been aged, I feel like should be sipped. You know, it should be sitting somewhere on a cabinet in your apartment like some madman shit. But I ain't got there. I have not gotten there. If I put some Hennessy in my house, 2 days. 2 fucking 2 days. 2 fucking days. I might pour it in the catheter to make me feel sexy, but 2 fucking days. So you kind of talked a little bit about how you got started in music, I'm presuming from church.
Well, yeah. So,
in high school, I guess.
Yeah, like when I was a baby, I have slight memories, but also my mom would tell me that I would just beat on everything. Like it was like
you was a plastic pants kid?
Yeah.
That is so cute. That
Definitely.
Should be an album cover. She has a picture.
I wish. No, I haven't seen the picture.
That'd be so cute.
But it kind of, I think that there was I always had an interest in music. I always had an interest in like, I don't know, being on stage. And so I started playing in church. So side note, my dad is a pastor. Okay. And so
wait, hold on. When you say your dad is a pastor, right? Is he like, you know, one of those fun pastors that like uses
what is that?
Like he used like social media colloquialisms and like what's that nigga in Insecure say? He said, get up out the jeans and get in the pews, right? Is your dad one of those pastors?
Right.
Or is he just like a straight and narrow? Is the straight and narrow?
Is pretty more of the latter.
straight and narrow ladder.
Yeah. I feel like he's very old school. Okay. And he was raised by 3 women, his aunt, his mom, and his grandmother. Okay. And so also with 5 sisters. Okay. One of which has passed away, but
rest peacefully.
Yeah. But so he's like is very, very old school, very straight and narrow, pretty strict. And so it's funny because that kind of like for me, I was a wild child. Yeah. Another thing though, I'm named after him. So like David Blair II comes from.
I mean, I'm glad you're not a junior.
Yeah.
David Blair Jr.
Yeah.
No, thank you. Sounds like Nicolay. Sounds like a Nicolay show.
Yeah. So I have been coming into my identity as myself, but like you can imagine that like everybody wants you to be this type of person, and everybody wants you to kind of like follow in those footsteps. And that was never my path, and I knew that from the beginning.
Is your mom very musical?
She is.
Yeah.
I would say that's probably where I got it from. She sings.
Okay.
She's been singing her entire life.
Okay, so your dad's a pastor.
Yeah.
And your mom is what? She's like first lady.
Yeah.
Hey, don't even go to church, but know the terminology, right? So it's a. Do they own a church?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
Is this church surrounded by like liquor stores and like funerals, or is this church like, somewhere?
Okay, so not immediately. So this church is by a school.
Oh, that's a good church.
And a college.
That's a good church.
And another church.
That's a really good church. That church used to be a house.
No, I literally think
that church used to be a house.
I literally think that it's a nice small church. It's in South Holland, like in the suburbs. Like it's pretty cool. But that's the church.
So with your mom doing music, I would think that there would still be like some type of like musical inclinations, musical things happening throughout your house when you was younger.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think it was. Was you like pretty strict about like what y'all could listen to or enjoy?
Yes, but so it's funny because mostly I have very like fond memories that are like ingrained of like being woken up to like my mom singing loud as fuck. I'm talking about like
what's she singing?
Gospel music.
Oh, really?
Music, yeah.
What about Patty? What about
she was into like old school, Patty. She was.
But like, was your dad like bumping like Too Short and like Nate Dogg? Snoop Dogg at the most.
Definitely not. So I grew up in a house with my cousins.
Okay.
So I mean, all of my.
So you got your
musical influences, came from like I remember. I think the first song that I knew, was "Party Up" by DMX.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
And I remember that and Country Grammar.
Okay, well, naturally, if you're standing with your cousins,
Yeah.
You've wore a long T-shirt like once or twice in your life.
Absolutely. Let me tell you something. I've had my fair share of gas station teas.
So, how does like coming up in a church? Because I've shared this story many a times with the Hoodwives, right? Like I was raised as a Jehovah's Witness. I didn't get. Did you get baptized? You baptized?
I did. Yeah,
really?
I was very young. I don't know.
You going to hell?
I don't know if it was consensual, but
That's very real. I was raised as a Jehovah's Witness. They taught us that like being baptized was like the wedding vow. Like you slide in the ring on God's
to be married
finger.
to Jesus.
Yes,
wow.
but my thing is like Jesus and God are not the same people. Like it's so many different things between being a Jehovah's Witness and like a Christian, a Baptist, what I presume, right? Like we don't believe in the Holy Trinity. Like, how can God and Jesus be the same person if, Jesus died, but God is Alpha and Omega? And, how can you burn in hell eternally?
Yeah, yeah. Even within Christianity, like people have different ideas about that. It's kind of crazy, like the division of it all. Which is why I don't really subscribe to religion anyway.
Definitely.
Is because like you have like apostolic, which is like what I'm supposedly.
Okay.
Baptist.
Okay.
Church of God in Christ, Lutheran.
I don't know what none of these is.
I know very little, but I know enough that like none of them are the same.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? And I'm like, okay, so y'all are all reading from the same Bible, but y'all all think each other are wrong. And I'm just like, it's kind of weird.
I feel you. How did like in growing up in a church family, I don't even know if like that's what you would consider because you were in a different household, right? What was like the moment that you like decided for yourself, I need to live the devil's way to really learn what life is about. That's how I see it. I was like, look, Jehovah, I really fuck with you.
That's
you my
funny.
road dog.
Yeah.
You the one I'm gonna pray to. I still pray to Jehovah, but I'm like,
yeah,
I can't have one Christmas.
Yeah,
I can't have a birthday candle.
Oh, right.
I didn't get my first cupcake until I was 19.
That's wild.
That's wild as hell, right? I grew up watching shit like Matilda.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I felt like I was like, wow, nobody loves me. It was like, no, they're just religious as fuck.
Right.
Trick or treating. You know, I was just thinking. Speaking of spooky season, I was just thinking about this. When I was younger, I used to stay at like a daycare provider's house.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my mom would like do her thing or whatever. And this was like during the time where like R. Kelly's Trapped in the Closet was like coming on NBC.
NBC.
Or ABC. It was coming on some shit. Yes, it was coming on some shit. But this was like my first Halloween. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm not going to be at home, so I'm going to have a Halloween. And I was going to be a witch. I ain't never had a costume before, but I just packed the witch costume. I see everybody roll out with their costumes, and they got real clothes on under their Halloween costume. And I couldn't even have mine on because I thought the costume was enough. That shit was sheer as hell. It was like, no, you cannot, baby. So I couldn't even have it. But
damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's my story. Happy spooky season, everybody. Wear clothes under your costume or not.
Or not. It depends on the costume.
It depends on the costume.
Go with how you feeling.
But yeah, so when did you decide to serve your Lord and Savior, Satan?
That's hilarious. I don't know. Like, so I don't see it like that.
I don't either.
I love the way that you put that though. I'm gonna definitely like take that. But I think that like for me, I think for everybody, your spiritual journey is your own. And I don't think any like sect or religion, all of these religions are other people trying to tell you what works for them, right? And it's like, for me, I have always questioned like everything. Mm-hmm. I've been very curious and very observant of everything since I was very young. And so to me, I was like, okay, I know that there is a higher power.
Definitely.
I know that that we're not just kind of doing it.
Floating around in the cup.
Yeah. But I think that if that something exists, then why should I listen to somebody else's experience? If it's real, then I will find it.
Definitely.
And so my journey is my own. Like you have to educate yourself about everything before you can like make a decision.
Yeah, definitely. I really feel you. I feel like, my personal opinion is that religion takes things more than anything.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. I have great respect. I feel like I have great respect for like the Muslim Islamic faith from at least what is projected to sight, to vision, right? Mm-hmm. I respect like, the unity, the organizational aspect of it, right? Yeah. But from what I've seen with religion, for all that it is supposed to grant and purpose and design, done the total opposite. My family was in shambles. Nobody could talk to my mom because she's disfellowship. And now my mom is like sad and lonely. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like none of her brothers and sisters want to talk to her. Wow. My grandmother disowned me because, my mom and my dad had me out of wedlock. You know what I'm saying? Because they were just madly in love and great friends. Like, but they were both Jehovah's Witnesses. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what the fuck? Now they can't talk to each other. That shit is just, it's dumb as hell. So I think that and I feel like a lot of like our generation where we're at, I don't think people are raising their children in custom or traditional religions that we've been accustomed to, shall I say. Mm-hmm. But I've seen a lot of people studying African religions.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. I know a lot of people who are into like Kemetic science, which is
what's Kemetic science?
So it's like Egyptology, which there's like a lot of there's good and bad about everything.
Everything.
But like, I don't know. I agree with you though. Like people, I'm excited though about that because I think like people are making their own decisions about what they want to believe like you were saying about Islam, like I respect anybody's faith and anybody's decision to live whatever type of life they want to live. But my whole thing is like, as long as it's your decision that you made consciously, then you should live that to the fullest.
And I feel like, everybody, you have to break away from what you've been ingrained to believe is so real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think as a former Jehovah's Witness, I've never pledged the allegiance when I was younger.
Yeah.
Like we were taught to protest very early. Like, why are you pledging your loyalty, your allegiance to something? You know what I'm saying? We were told not to support, the military, you know what I'm saying? Or like war, anything that induces war.
Yeah.
And these are things that I often got in trouble with at school. But hindsight, like looking at everybody now, I go to a baseball game with my friend and we just sitting down, surrounded by a bunch of people standing up. I feel so proud. I feel so proud to be a part of that. Yeah. So it is definitely things that I feel like folks have to. You got to break away to figure out what really works for you. You know what I'm saying? I still pray to Jehovah. I'm pretty sure you still pray.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that I'm very happy with my,
your whole spiritual journey.
Absolutely. Because I don't think honestly, I don't think one's spiritual journey is ever finished. I think you're always I feel like you're always on this path.
Right.
And
I'm trying to get into Buddhism.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I really love how they view everything as a reflection. And I could be wrong. So if there's any fellow Hoodwives, drop your beliefs or drop some inspirational quotes or tips that you take from your spiritual realm or your ceremonies, your self-celebrations, things like that. But I think that's what it is, right? Yeah,
I think so. So Michael Damani actually practices Buddhism.
Word. That's why that nigga be moaning on the microphone.
Hell yeah. No.
That's why that nigga got so much fucking him. He is seeing his full reflection.
No, seriously.
His full fucking reflection.
He'd be on stage in the mirror.
Yeah. So well speaking of coming out of that, had your parents ever come to your musical sets? Any of your sets before?
Well, yeah. Not very many. So I've been a musician for a while.
A long time.
I've been in the scene, I guess you could say.
Oh my God! Stop dying.
Stop.
Sorry, that was so mean. Keep dying. No.
But yeah, so I've been in the scene since maybe 2017, 2016. And I've been gigging. I've been networking. So
doing a hustle thing.
Yeah. So there wasn't very much to come to, but now that I'm doing my own shows, it's funny because my mom is actually coming tonight.
Your mom is coming tonight?
She is coming tonight.
Wow, that's so amazing.
She gonna be in for a surprise for sure.
You know what? That's right on the money. Because I'm what do you do if your church parents come and see you seducing a crowd, turning them on? You gonna have your nipples out?
Not today.
Okay.
But usually I would.
I saw you at Pitchfork perform with Jamila Woods.
Yes,
you perform with fucking Jamila Woods. That's my sister. That's the love of my life. Kamaria is my wife.
Yeah,
she's been a Hoodwife since episode 1.
Yeah.
So how was that?
No, that shit was a dream, honestly.
Yeah.
I think about it all the time.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's so emotional. I love hearing people talk about their dreams.
Yeah.
I love hearing when the fruition process, when the dreaming process takes place and then it happens.
Yeah, no, it's funny because I remember in 2018 or so, I was obviously gigging, trying to make a name for myself, I guess you could say. And I remember saying to myself, man, I would love to play at Pitchfork. I would love to be, a part of that. I would love to play at Pritzker Pavilion.
What's that?
That's the Millennium Park.
You also performed for the Grammys Academy.
Yes, and so those two things
I be
back to
having
back.
fucking stars on here. Y'all don't fucking get it. Y'all don't fucking understand.
Yeah,
I be having real ass stars on here.
Your guests are
If you ever need to ask about me, ask my guests. Ask my guests. When I'm gone, my guests will always live on.
Hell yeah.
Bitch, I had someone perform at Pitchfork and for the Grammys. You gonna win a Grammy? You better win a Grammy. You could sing your ass off.
I really appreciate that.
You really can. Did you like do like choir? Were you like a choir boy? Why do your parents have a choir?
No, it's more like it's a smaller church, so it's like a praise team.
Praise team.
Praise team.
Do they have? I mean, I don't want to be disrespectful, but I'm just slightly comedic. So, like, when you say praise team, that's not a joke. It's not a joke. When you say praise team, is it like, like women in white dresses?
Not a praise dance team.
Oh.
That is different. No.
I really love watching them dance. I really do.
I do
but
sometimes.
I think sometimes, like, I get annoyed when, like, church ladies do the most.
Yes.
We're like covering them up and like, like I'm like, shorty, if she got the spirit in her, the spirit is in that ass too. You know what I'm saying? Like
the spirit is definitely in that ass.
Right. Like let it go. Like if like, I ain't throwing wands. But technically it's the same fucking thing. If you pass around a basket, that is to collect some wands, that is the same thing, as fans and ones.
It's funny because that's one thing that I really don't like about religion, specifically Christianity, is just that like it is
what's
like
it called, tithes and offerings?
Yeah,
same principle.
Which right,
same principle of a strip club.
Which in itself is not a bad thing, but like you get these greedy ass pastors who only want to open a church to make money.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's crazy. It's kind of crazy. And so
I mean, I would low key do that, but like I would have a liquor store at the bottom of it.
What kind of church is this? I would come to that church, but what kind of church?
It's the church that sells chicken on Sunday. We serve.
That's a lot of churches though, but y'all got Hennessy.
But it ain't like it's not like church's chicken. It's like church and chicken.
I like that. I like that concept. Church and chicken.
Right, but like churches. I mean, like church, not church's chicken, but like churches be having good food sometimes. Like when I was younger, I used to love like the after ceremony, like snacks and shit like that.
Yeah.
So it's fair to say that like you're a church boy.
I guess so. To some extent.
I mean, yeah.
Fuck it, right?
Sure. Is it true what they say about church boys?
What do they say?
Oh, or what's it? PKs, preacher's kids.
Oh damn.
Yeah, you're a PK.
Yeah.
Are you freak nasty?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm disgusting.
Really?
Gross.
Like, what's your meter?
Meter? What do you mean?
Like, you're like, I'm gross, I'm nasty. And it's like, like undistinguishably, like disgusting, like you said.
I'm pretty nasty.
Like you'll like spit in the mouth.
Oh yeah, that's light work. So like if you like, yeah.
I always get my mouth spit in.
Yeah. If
but it's like a certain spit though.
Yes, it can't be like the little.
Really? No. First of all, do you want
the spit to drip, or do you want it to like?
I like both. So like baby bird spit is like I think like if it's like in a missionary position, you know what I'm saying, right? But I feel like if I'm like sucking your dick and then like you like take it out to choke me, then it's like
let that shit drip.
No. Just spit it out, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever had sex in your parents' church?
In the church? No.
Have you had sex in any church?
Okay. I'm not gonna lie. I've had sex in the church parking
lot. Oh, yeah, I was so excited. I would have sex in my parents' church if my parents owned the church.
Yeah, no.
I would honestly do it at like the baptismal pool.
Whoa, that is funny. That is funny.
I'm going to hell. Somebody is mad. I mean, it's a fantasy. It
definitely is. I would.
Those pews hard as fuck though. No, I can't do that pew shit.
Yeah. a lot of churches have like chairs and stuff too, like chairs just connected to each other.
Your parents got pews?
They got pews.
Oh, they got money.
No, that's like the old school vibe. Like,
I mean, churches. I mean, like to have chairs, like you can get that at like a fucking U-Haul place. I think. Right?
I don't think so. Not like folded
wooden
chairs. Like them bitches don't move.
Okay, that's cool.
I don't know, but
okay. So like this church parking lot, was it like during the daytime?
it actually was. Yeah,
that's hard.
It was on like a Saturday morning.
I think it's something slightly neurotic to like these places that cannot be used. You know what I'm saying? Like me personally, I wouldn't want to fuck in my workplace. You know what I'm saying?
Fun.
Like that, that's fun.
That is it's the thrill. It's the
no, there is no thrill worth getting an email from HR.
What, with a video attached?
Oh my God, I would die. Yeah. I can say 15 Hail Marys to God, but I cannot miss a first and a 15th check. Okay,
that's a bar. That's funny. That's funny.
It's Iman Loren. Hey, but I'm dead ass serious. Like, no, I cannot fuck in the place of work.
Okay, that's real. It's not for everybody.
I could fuck in somebody else's place of work.
I was just about to say. I was literally okay. You took the words right out of my mouth. Because I was just about to say I ain't never really fucked at my job, but I fucked at a bunch of other people's jobs. Yes,
I think like I've had a few like freaky places I done got down. Like I done fucked in the back of a U-Haul before.
Nice.
It was. I mean, if it was with a better person, I think I would say it was nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's
you know what I'm saying. But I really just did it for myself to talk shit.
Yeah.
In the future.
Yeah. It's an experience.
Where's the freakiest place you've ever had sex beside a church parking lot?
The freakiest place? Okay.
Story time?
Little bit of a story time.
Okay.
Yeah. I was this is when like I was like 15, 16.
That's when I lost my virginity. I was 14.
I lost my virginity when I was 14. Yeah. Well, technically,
winning.
You know. Yeah. What's the different word?
Yeah.
Anyway. Damn. What was I saying?
The freakiest place you've had sex.
Right. So I think like I've had sex in a lot of random places.
You a rando?
Not
a bust down.
Not a bust down.
A thurn.
A Buford.
I used to read those books. No, Bluford High. That was basically like Zane for high school.
Yeah. Hell yeah. But no, okay. So I've had sex at McDonald's twice.
You nasty as fuck.
I knew you were gonna say, but I guarantee you. You
could at least hit the Subway on State Street.
That's better?
Yeah, they got 2 floors.
You're going to have a homeless man looking at you like this while y'all fucking. That's disgusting.
Hey, it wouldn't be the first time.
But no, okay, so the first time was in the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
But then the second time was in the playpen. I shouldn't trick on myself.
Oh, McDonald's?
There were no kids around. I was a kid myself.
So technically you're fine.
Just putting that out. Okay, all right.
You're
but I'm
fine.
just saying though. Yeah, no,
that sounds like fun. You know, there's this BAM Studios. Shout out to BAM. They're a queer POC production company. They make videos and shit like that. They have a ball pen. Like their studio is like a kid's fantasy. If y'all look at my Instagram, y'all see me in that playpen. I would fuck in a playpen.
Yeah.
I really would. I think it's like the mystery of like not seeing what you're doing, but you like have to like feel around. Like even if you do this,
you do gotta hit a swim every now and then. You gotta like sink to the bottom.
It's a bunch of balls. Yeah. So how do you like seduce a crowd?
Seduce a crowd?
Mm-hmm.
I think
I would think like as a musician, right? I feel like even as a poet, sometimes I seduce the crowd, right? I'm gonna hit y'all with these freaky abusive poems, right? But here's one about shower sex where it's like we can all laugh together, right? And that's like me like warming them up and honing them in on a familiar experience, right? But I think as a musician, you can't talk. You know what I'm saying? You like I don't really believe in disclaimers for poems, but I know how to give a good ass intro, a good ass segue. You know what I'm saying? So like, how do you like seduce a crowd, warm a crowd to your experience, to the David Blair experience?
I think it depends. I think like for the most part, it all just comes with like intentionality and like just trying to make sure that you are engaged in the audience, making eye contact with people, like really like making like,
be having
hell yeah.
Well, he be having
but see, that's the thing though. It depends.
He be feeling it.
It depends what instrument, I think, for me.
Okay.
Because
you play 3 of them.
If I'm playing drums, like I kind of just want to like. Honestly, it's more of an energy when I'm on the drums. Like,
you set the tone.
I feel sex when I play drums.
Okay.
So like if I'm really trying to like seduce a crowd, like I'm super deep into the pocket. Like I'm really like trying.
Oh my God, that's so sexy. Super deep into the pocket. Oh my God.
That was kind of nasty.
You be freaking the pocket?
Yeah, socket in the pocket.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness. That's so, I mean, yeah. I think that drummers are hot because we see arms, right? Like drummers are typically strong because it takes like a lot of like arm control, right?
Yeah. It's mostly wrist control though.
Hey, that works too. That works too. Probably even better, right?
Nothing like a good wrist.
Nothing like a good wrist. So how does guitar make you feel? I feel like guitar is like when you like want to like midsummer a bitch.
Guitar is like
Santana.
Yeah, and even like acoustic guitar, that's like I'm about to serenade the fuck out of you. Like,
were you a Gleek?
Like make you. Yes and no. Okay, so I didn't watch it when I was younger, although I was a show choir. Yeah,
me too.
I was pretty young though. I wish I had like kind of kept
going with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
A little bit. It gets a little bit performative. I think more like, show choir definitely goes towards Broadway theater. And that is not for everybody. That's not a look that everybody grows into.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You could definitely have a commercial look though.
Appreciate that.
Definitely. So how does piano? Oh, I know piano gets the hoes wet.
Yeah. No,
piano is
cool.
So beautiful. It gets me so wet.
I can like honestly when I play piano, I think I'm my most free.
Do you want some more mezcal?
Absolutely.
Oh, you finished?
I'm about to.
Oh, I was like, I don't even see you drinking. Sorry, you better. Ooh,
you're strong.
Am I?
Hell yeah.
Let me not.
Hell yeah.
Did you eat today?
No, I did not.
Shorty, what?
So, we about to. Did you eat today?
I did eat today. I packed a lunch like a responsible little girl.
That's very responsible of you. What did you have?
Yeah, I had leftovers from yesterday lunch.
Nice.
So I laid a paper towel out on the fridge and I put the bag right on top of my paper towel. And I came to work and I ate that and then I had some leftover noodles. I ate some noodles or whatever. So you talk noodles.
Yeah, I was like, noodles. We're not going to speed past that.
So you talked about seducing the crowd with instruments, right? And your voice is just naturally that. And I think what you said was very important, like that intentionality factor. Like you can't beat a person with passion. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like especially controlled passion, right? I've even on the podcast, like I've been in the thralls of passion, of the elements of just feeling safe and secure in my space. Yeah. That you go in the zone.
Right.
And that zone can sometimes be a little extraterrestrial, or
Celestial.
Yes. There we go. Yes. It can be out there. You could sometimes lose people. So like, how do you hone that control How do you get in control of that passion to turn it into power?
I think to turn it into power. That's beautiful.
See Loren.
I'm gonna rap your whole theme song.
Please don't. Please don't.
Anyway,
they should know about Heart. If y'all don't know about Heart,
right?
Then suck my dick. No, I'm just playing. I love y'all. I suck y'all dick.
Damn.
How do you hone your passion for power?
I appreciate you.
I got
listen,
you.
my mind is all over the place.
I got you. Did you want some?
No, I got some. I grab some. I think that in order to really kind of hone that and turn it into a power that you can use is first just being a conduit. Kind of like understanding, especially if this is like a gift, especially if this is like a passion. I think like
being the passer through, like the connector, right?
Absolutely. I think you have to give yourself to it first.
Yeah.
Because then when you do that, I think that like some stuff is not always like, I'm not like physically trying to drive this emotion. I might just be in the moment and it comes out naturally.
Right.
And a lot of times I think that in order for you to like really take that and use it as power, you have to be comfortable in it. And you got to be ready to use it when the time comes. You can't be afraid, and you can't like be taking all day to like tap into that shit. Like if it's really in you, then like you got to know yourself to be able to kind of come into that, I think.
Yeah, I'm studying right now The Artist Way, which is basically like just a book of like a bunch of workshops and prompts and like, you know, it's a process, you know what I'm saying?
How's it going?
It's going really, really good. I got to this part today that was actually talking about being a conduit, right? And like how like the artist brain thrives off it. The artist brain is sensory, right? So being an artist is all about images, and to keep our well restored, you know, we have to constantly take images in. And so like a lot of images is like, you know, the senses, right? Like feel, touch, feel, touch, taste, smell, right? The senses is what constantly drives our artist brain, and that's what constantly drives our inspiration. We can't be inspired by things that we feel like we're supposed to be doing, right? We have to stay inspired by everything around us, cooking something. And that's why when we do things in a very repetitive nature, that is when we find our most inspirations. Like it's been found that, you know, the reason why we get most inspired in the shower, or the reason why we get most inspired when we drive, is because we have that repetitive routine that is constantly driving our senses.
Yeah,
right?
That makes sense.
It makes so much fucking sense, right? Yeah. But that shit's sexual as fuck, right?
Hell
right?
Yeah.
So I think what I think is like, even like when like having sex, like sex is something that's supposed to like inspire us a little bit, right?
Yeah.
But like having a routine in sex can sound kind of dry. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's
I feel like it's kind of like ironic a little bit.
Yeah.
So how do you like seduce a woman? Do you ever take bits of inspiration like from your music and like how music makes you feel, how you like the feelings that you take from music, and when you give that into pleasure in a woman, do you find commonalities, similarities, or anything of the two like that?
I think that I approach sex and music in the same way. I think that with music, it is my ultimate goal to make people feel something,
right?
To give into the energy that's in the room, and like that person is going to leave with an experience.
Definitely.
Sex is the same thing. Like I'm like, this is why I don't just be fucking on everybody, because if I really like
on everybody, that's the thing.
No, yeah, absolutely, yeah. Do whatever you want.
Yes.
I support it.
Feel good for you.
Feel hell yeah, and I think that's what it is. Like because
but you have a more selective process.
Well, yeah, but that's only because I know that like when I give myself to that moment of pleasuring somebody, I'm all the way in it.
And that's a lot. That's a lot to be. That's spreading yourself thin.
It
to
is.
give all that energy to multiple people. I understand that. I totally understand that.
It is. I take a great responsibility in like making sure that like music and sex that I'm pleasuring people. And that I'm not like just doing it for me.
Yeah.
You know?
So you're a giver.
Oh, 100%.
That's
I can
cute.
give for hours and hours.
So that means, so like, do you like, what's your feeling on pillow princesses?
I've had my fair share of pillow princesses.
Do they bore you?
No, not necessarily.
I mean, I would say, do we bore you? I don't really technically consider myself a pillow princess because I am a giver.
Yeah.
But I think when I'm in like a strong, intimate relationship that like gives me so much pleasure, it's like I can't help but to lay back, and I feel like that's what may inspire me to give. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I think also whole time on some real shit, right? I think there's this thing with women with films, and I could be speaking for myself. I can't speak to every film, right? There's this idea of proving yourself, right? Like you got to give yourself to prove that you freaky. You got to give yourself to prove that you're not a pillow princess. You know what I'm saying? It's like you like it's kind of competitive. Yeah. It's kind of competitive. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying this is how everybody feels. I'm just speaking like semi-subliminal thoughts, right? Yeah. Because like when you meet someone new and when you have sex with them for the first time, you give it your fucking all.
No, that's
you feel me?
That's facts.
You was like, you're gonna leave my house impressed.
Yeah.
You're gonna leave my house. Yes, you're gonna do the walk of shame. Right. You know what I'm saying? Especially now in the new age of the new liberated woman. It's like, you gotta see all that shit I back up in my poems. Right?
Yeah, that's real. That's real.
True. But it's like when you really in love with someone who is like a giver, like that shit don't ever really happen. I'll be tired. I'll be fucking tired, right?
That's real. No, I think that like I'm the type of person I appreciate my partners for what they are. And honestly, if you're a pillow princess, listen, it don't matter to me because you don't have to prove.
Get up David Blair.
You don't have to prove nothing to me.
Get up David Blair.
I'm going to prove something to you. And when listen, I feel like I got to prove myself too.
Okay.
Because I'll be like, all right now, we going to get into this shit, but I'm a freak. I'm nasty. And motherfuckers be like, oh yeah, you nasty. And then
get scared out their mind.
I don't understand what it is.
Listen, if you're a pillow princess, if you're a femdom, get up David Blair. Go to a show and get seduced by David Blair.
Oh yeah.
Well, I would like on the subject of like partnerships and like music. Quick questions, right?
Yes.
What do you do if you're in a relationship with a fellow music lover and y'all buy records together? How do you split a music record collection after a breakup? My thing is like, if I bought it, it's mine. That's just my philosophy. But if I bought it for you, it's yours.
Oh yeah, if it was a gift. I think gifts should be gifts.
Okay, of course.
But I do agree with what you're saying. Like if I bought it, then yeah, it's coming home with me. Damn,
but like what if like you bought it for like, damn, you're really gonna love this. We're really gonna love this.
No, I think it depends on the breakup too. Cause like y'all might just like separate and like realize
be
that,
amicable.
Like, right. And it's like, you know what? I want you to have this record because like I got this for us. I want you to have this.
Because it was
but like if that shit petty, you like, bitch, give me my shit. Give me all my records. Give me all my shit.
Okay, so let's say that you're in a relationship with a fellow music maker.
Yes.
And y'all make music together, but turn of events, y'all separate. How does that music separation relationship look like? I feel like it can go I continue very fast. Like, I don't want to be at the end of it being like, just give me my name. No, bitch. Give me my money. Give me my name. Give me my first. Give me my royalties. Give me all that shit.
I think that it has to be. So if you're going to take the music thing seriously, it has to be a business. I don't think that like the relationship, though y'all might have a relationship, I think that like if y'all are both doing music, then if y'all are doing music together, then that's what it needs to be. And so the same way you collab with other artists and y'all split royalties, that needs to be the same thing. The same way that like whoever gets credit for what they did, like that needs to be in place. Like if the feelings get involved and motherfuckers is like, oh, I'm not giving you credit for this, for half this song that you wrote. I'm just going like, then like, it's just like, that's bad business practice. Yeah. And at that point, like you're not taking your craft seriously. So I think like you just should, it's business. Just don't lie. Don't take credit for something that you didn't do. And like, just
be truthful, be honest.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, while we're coming to a close, I'm going to ask you, what's a hood wife to you?
That's a great question. A hood wife is reliable. A hood wife is a provider for herself first, and then for those that she cares about. Because I think that she understands that in order for her to be a hood wife to somebody else, she has to first take care of herself.
There we go.
And I think that like, yeah, I think that's what makes a hood wife on top of,
I love asking my guests this question because y'all literally be describing me. So like, all y'all should fucking wife me up.
Yeah.
So, David Blair, why don't you tell us where we can find you at, how we can support you, what you got going on, everything like that.
So, I know y'all are probably on y'all couches and in y'all beds and shit, chilling, watching this. But if you feel so inclined, you should come out tonight to the Hideout. I got a show with Demi Truist tonight, and show starts at 9:30. I'll be on probably around 10:15 or so. You can follow me at David Blair Music. There is no E in Blair. I just thought I should point that out. Some people, it's a thing, but no E. David Blair Music. I got another show coming up at Cole's that I believe Iman Loren Black Honey Bun is hosting. So
Iman Loren Black Honey Bun.
Yeah. It's Iman Loren.
Please
Loren
don't.
like Polo,
Please don't. Fun fact, that other voice that's under What's Your Thought Juice, that is David Blair. Fun fact. So we'll show your flyer so the folks can see you. And also we'll put your social tags so that we can follow you. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
But thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Shout out to you. Because like honestly, like this whole platform, like everything that you're doing is like phenomenal. And I think that like you've been on your shit for so long. I think that you deserve to be celebrated.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Beautiful. We are like kind of coming full circle. Was why I posted that picture. Honestly, Hoodwives, we're kind of closing on season 3. Technically, it's supposed to be till February, but since I'm going through like set transitions and things like that, so we'll just going through like set transition. So we'll see what is going to happen, what is going to go on. But the Hoodwives, the Real Hoodwives Chicago is going to always be here. And it's going to be great. I don't know if we'll be doing more shows in the up and coming weeks, but November 9th is my birthday.
Hey.
November 9th. Yes, your girl is turning 25. Do I look 25?
Hell no.
Hell fucking no. And that shit gives me fucking life. That shit turns me on so fucking much. I don't even fucking look 25. But yeah, I'm about to be 25, and the Real Hawaii Chicago is turning 4 years old. And
love that.
That is crazy as hell. We've been doing this journey together for 4 fucking years.
Yeah.
And that is like honestly so fucking amazing. So I'm very grateful to be here full circle with you. Our producer just told us to keep going, but that's totally fine. We'll just keep going. Actually, we probably do have to go because you have a show that you have to load up. Yeah, so we'll show the flyer and also your social tags for the show. Please make sure that you follow David Blair David Blair II at David Blair Music.
Yeah.
And please make sure that you also support his show tonight at the Hideout, 9:30 with Demi Truist. We'll get a flyer showing very soon. You also have a show coming up at Kohl's on the 6th of November, which is my birthday weekend.
Hey.
I will be hosting, looking very, very sexy, of course. So buy me a birthday drink. And then, yeah, I'll keep your Hoodwives updated. You know, we're going through set transitions. I'm trying to find another space to welcome people into, so it just doesn't have to be a bunch of energy in my home and shit.
No, that's
but I love all my hood wives, hood husbands, and hood partners. And yeah, my name is Iman Loren like Polo, Black Honey Buns, bitch. And I'm your host of the Real Hawaii Chicago, a real show with hot sauce stories. We go live every Thursday or every other Thursday at 7 p.m. With my wonderful, beautiful team, Chicago For Real on Twitch. Yeah. I really do want to show the flyer so that folks can just see it, but if we can't, we've made plenty of announcements, and that's okay. We go live every other Thursday with my wonderful team, Chicago For Real on Twitch. Please make sure that you stay tuned with all the fellow creators on here. And yeah, that's it. Yes, have tuned in for another episode of The Real Hoodwives of Chicago, a real show with hot sauce stories. Yes. But look good. Want to take a